Hi everyone, Dan here from Stand for These. So, as a follow-up to the video that I showed with the police officers, I wanted to just show you what to do with the toilet paper, and a massive shout out to Amanda Vollmer and her video. What's it called again? How to fight the fines and grow a spine. Okay, so again, Amanda Vollmer, Dr. Amanda Vollmer, at the Yummy Doctor, and how to fight the fines and grow a spine. Okay, step out of the jurisdiction, leave them. And I should throw in there that the Halton Police for the, well, again, we were just teaching a class at the authority and behest of the parents. A nice karate class over at Shell Park. It's the third time that the bylaw officers has harassed us and took pictures of the children there. The parents told them that they need to delete them. They did not listen. One parent actually got the job done, which was really, really great. But the officers officially trespassed illegally, as always. So sorry, I'm just gonna get the cat out of the way. But anyways, when I said, you know, you guys aren't even standing under your own jurisdiction, yes, they swore an oath. They verbally gave me their name and badge number, but they refused a business card. And when I went to record the name and badge number, then they actually like shoved me into the car effectively. So like this is just what we're dealing with, folks. But continue to take a stand, okay? Stand for thee, right? If you want your true north strong and free, it's time to stand on guard for thee. So anyways, with these pieces of toilet paper right here, first thing you're going to need is a black pen. Real simple, okay? This right here is an offer of contract, okay? So I do not accept their contract. And they littered this on my front porch, right? So first things first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the word rescission on it, which means to send back the contract, okay? Now, I have two of them here. I don't know if you folks realized on the video, but they did give me two. The first one was for the common law court, which we spoke to the officers ahead of time, and they actually just asked us not to use the stage or the sound system, which we were planning on doing that anyways. Because under common law, everybody is just equal. There's nobody above, nobody below. Everybody's on the same level. So we were going to do that anyways. But the other one was for the Halton District Boards, which were a couple of days later. So I have one for the 20th and the 23rd here. So on both of them, I've written rescission right here. And then in the black, I will also write no contract. No contract. Okay? So rescission, no contract. I'm going to add in a couple of other things. So on Amanda's video, she says to just go right into the date and printing your name and then signing it all in lowercase and in red pen. I'll explain that in a moment. But I'm going to add a couple of other things to this one as well. I'm going to write no occurrence on both, because on both of these incidences, the officers never actually approached anyone, not one. They circled around a bunch of times. They wouldn't go near our common law court, right? Nobody gets ticketed at these things. Nobody gets arrested. This is really important to note, right? We've performed, well, as of the 20th, 5 citizens arrests so far. Not a single one of us has gotten ticketed. Not a single one of us has gotten arrested. And they won't do it in front of the crowd because they know that we're there in defense of children, and they know that we know our stuff. Anyways, so no contract, no occurrence, okay? Now I'm going to bring out the red pen. What the red pen does is it represents a living, breathing man or woman. Man, in this case, obviously. It's like signing in blood. You are alive. This is a real person right here, or a real man or woman, I should say. So I'm going to write the date at this point, okay? So today, well, for these ones, I'm going to do it on the date of, but I could also do it for today as well. Today's April 3rd, I think. Yeah, so we're going to go with April 3rd, okay? So April 3rd, 2021. April 3rd, 2021. And then I'm going to print my name in lowercase. Under the legal fiction, check your driver's license, check your birth certificate, whatever else it may be, okay? Under the legal fiction, you are all in capitals. That is your corporation. I am not a corporation. So my common law name is Daniel Warren. I'm going to put that in lowercase right underneath. And then I'm going to sign it in lowercase right underneath. Okay. So now I've got my tickets right here. Black ink. Rescission, no contract, no occurrence, red ink, date, name, signature. Now, at that point, you're going to hop onto the back of the ticket right here, and you're going to mail them. I recommend registered mail because that way you can keep track and you can go, okay, I know when it's been received officially. If you want, you could hand it to them yourselves. But registered mail is the best way to do it, right? You just mail it to this address. I have two different ones here, so I'm going to have to send them to two different places. One's to Mississauga, and then one is to, this one's to Mississauga as well, okay? So, that's that one. Now, in Amanda's video, this is where you're done, okay? This is where I wanted to do something a little bit different, because I like to just drive it home a little bit more, okay? So I wrote a letter here, which I'm also going to be signing in red pen as well, so I'll let everybody see that right here. So it's Daniel Warren, sign it in the lowercase. Thank goodness there are still some of us that remember how to do cursive writing, as I kind of botch it a little bit there. Because once upon a time, my signature was, of course, some of it was in uppercase, and now I've changed it, okay? And then I'm going to date this one here, April 3rd, 2021, April 3rd, 2021. Okay, so let me just read this letter out right now, and then I'll show you what I'm also including in these. To whom it may concern, in red, I printed it off there, my name is Daniel Warren, and I am a living, breathing man. You are receiving a rescission for the offer of contract dated March 23rd, 2021. This one is for March 20th, of course. Since no officer approached anyone on the date in question and all officers refused to do their duty under the Criminal Code of Canada, Section 4942, and aid us in a citizen's arrest, there was no crime committed other than the dereliction of duty by the police. Elected officials are subject to your jurisdiction, the Bill of Rights, and the international covenants and treaties. By the way, the officer today, when I said, you know, even within your jurisdiction, officer, you're not even upholding your oath, and he goes, well, my oath is not to the Bill of Rights because that's only in America. I had a giant copy of the Bill of Rights right there, and this is probably why they wanted to shove me in, because I turned it and I put the giant Bill of Rights right in their face. And I'm just like, yeah, folks. So police don't like being told their job. Anyways, so I'll continue the letter. Elected officials are under your jurisdiction, the Bill of Rights and the international rights covenants and treaties. I've enclosed a document that outlines the violations of the Criminal Code of Canada so that you may conduct an investigation and arrest the mayors of Halton, health officials, Premier Doug Ford, and anyone else who's party to the crimes against humanity. All of this falls under the Police Services Act, RSO 1990, page 15, section 2, 1C. Now, I just added this one today. In addition, when asked by what authority they were on the premises under, the answer was the Reopening Ontario Act. You folks may remember that from the video. Officer M. Walter also stated that no consent is necessary to issue his illegal ticket. When told, I do not consent and I am not taking the ticket, Officer Walter responded with, yes, you are, which is in the video. You guys watch that. Therefore, Officer Walter was not acting under the proper authority and is also guilty of Section 423 of the Criminal Code of Canada, intimidation, guilty of Section 130, personating a peace officer, Section 131.1, perjury, as he was under oath, and misleading with false information. At the end, I say, remember your oath, the one to uphold the Bill of Rights and the Charter, as opposed to swearing allegiance to the Queen, and the Police Services Act, which states that you must safeguard the fundamental rights and freedoms of Canadian citizens. Yours in truth, Daniel Warren. So that's going in each of these right here, and I want to make sure that I've got the right ones. This one is for the 20th. Yes, great. This one is for the, nope, I got it wrong, 23rd, 20th. Okay, great. So in addition to that, I've also included some other fun documents in our package here. The first one is the one that I already handed to them on the day of. So I gave them a couple of these already. The one is the letter that the tribunal gave to me specifically. And just to show you, it's not just a letter, okay? What it does is it cites the international covenants and treaties that, of course, Canada is a signatory on. If you guys don't know about these international covenants and treaties, if you go to the Stand for Thee website and you go to the Good Food Unearthed, everything is listed there. As well as, of course, going to, if you click on the International Tribunal logo on our Common Law 101 section right there, we've got it linked all over the place. You can find their rulings, their judgments. You can use these for yourself. That's the whole point. Anything I do, do it for yourself. Okay, and you don't need to wait around for us to do it for you. So again, all of the covenants and treaties, all the things there. Because I acted as a court bailiff, this is a personal document for me here. But anybody can use their judgment and ruling and do the same thing and saying, I'm standing under this, or I'm standing under higher power. I'm not in your jurisdiction. Okay. The other one that I wanted to include in the common law one, so the March, our friend Jack, aka Executive Reasoning. You can look up Executive Reasoning and find all of his documents, the 44 pages of the Deer Police, arrest the Lieutenant Governor, all of his proofs and everything like that. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant stuff. This is the shorter one. This is the hoax and terrorism and the detention police. Okay, so I'm including that one because I didn't hand that to them on the day of. So that's package number one. The other one, where this one is for the Halton District School Boards. Of course, I'm doing the letter that the tribunal gave me to back things up, okay? Along with my own letter. And then I call this Jack's magnum opus, okay? So this is his big fat 44-page document right here about arresting the Lieutenant Governor. I'm not, this is me personally, I don't really see I don't like to give the Crown credit. So I'm not going after the police to arrest the Lieutenant Governor. That's because the whole Crown is illegitimate to begin with. The whole system doesn't exist. So much like when you protest, you're giving somebody authority, like you're saying, stop doing this to me. But then you're still saying, I'm under you, right? It's the same kind of concept with the Lieutenant Governor, right? By saying you got to go arrest her means that you're giving the Crown authority. However, the proofs and the criminal code violations that Jack has in here are indisputable, absolutely brilliant. So it's really just to reference the criminal code violations to say to them that even in your own jurisdiction, you are not upholding the fundamental rights and freedoms of Canadian citizens. You're not safeguarding them. You're not doing your job. Everything has just been illegal from day one. And, you know, as Officer Thunk said today, you know, well, the Bill of Rights is just an American thing. Like, these people don't know their own job. And he goes, well, you're telling me how to do my job. And, you know, I never swore an oath to the Bill of Rights. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. So he doesn't even know who he swore the oath to. You know, Officer Walter over here said that he's under the authority of the Reopening Ontario Act, right? Like, we don't live in the country of Reopening Ontario. We don't live in the province of Reopening Ontario. You don't pay taxes to Reopening Ontario. Which, by the way, why are you still paying taxes? Why are you funding this thing, right? We just got trespassed from a park in Oakville, saying that we needed a permit, we needed this, that, and the other thing. We pay for that park. We pay their salaries. And you're telling me I'm being trespassed from something I pay for? So why are we paying? Right? Folks, this ends when we take an actual stand, right? Awareness is fine. You know, when Rebecca Cullen, Jack, Tino, and crew handed Jack's thing to the police, you know, that's great. That's great stuff. That's taking a stand. But the real stand is exiting out of the system and starting to take action. If you want, you can go to commonlawcourt.com, register your legal fiction, declare yourself to be free, and start acting like you're free. When officers come and speak to you, don't give them any credence. Don't give them any authority. They are not actually a threat. If, like today, if their threat is gun and their authority is gun, that's a little bit of a different story. But then again, they're not acting as officers of the law. They're acting outside of the law. So the more that we do this, the more that we stop funding them, the more free that we become and the faster we get out of this. So, folks, if you want to turn north strong and free, it's time to stand on guard for thee. Thank you very much, guys, and keep on rocking in the free world.